Thank you so much for joining the CEO Roundtable. To remind you all, we do them quarterly and we vary the days and times so that the most people at Innovative can attend. Some people can't always do Wednesday at 4, so we're doing Thursday at 11. I hope this works for a lot of you. And yeah, so we do vary it that way. I will start with the most important thing, which is just thanking you all. We have got some people around the table, people on the call, but when I get to go into programs and see the work that you're all doing or helping make happen, it is absolutely inspiring. And I wish I could thank you all every day. Frankly, I wish I could be there helping and just working with you to make your lives easier and the clients. It's something that I feel the burden of and the weight of that how much our team does and how much good we do. So it's critically important and I see it, I recognize it, the just heart that we have. And when we go out in community, people see it too. They thank us and they love interacting with our clients. So really good work. Thank you. And I wanted to start with that. When we went to Monday Night Raw on Monday night, wrestling with, it was like 10, 15 of our clients, had a blast. And people were just, our clients were screaming and other people were laughing and loving that. That was really neat. Got to see people from all over the state and in, I think, almost every line of service that we have. I'm not sure about CCS, but certainly CSL and license coming there. So that was a good time. Despite all the wrestling, it was a good time. Kept buying them snacks and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, really a lot of fun. So that all said, I'm going to turn it over to Faith Hill. Faith has been instrumental in helping us administer our 401k program. So that's a savings program for everyone. And the reason we asked Faith to come today is just spend 5 minutes with us so that you could share the message that saving in the 401k makes so much sense financially. It's pre-tax dollars, Innovative matches those dollars, and we want people, if they're able to afford it, to get to a comfortable place. And we want all our team members to be able to retire and comfortably. So with that, Faith, I'll turn it over to you, and we think the screen share works. So really, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Michael. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
All right, great. Well, I just want to echo what Michael said. Thank you all for the work you do. I am a mom to a child with autism, so I get to see lots of cool things that people like you do every day, and I appreciate all you do for our communities as well. So as Michael said, I am Faith Hill. I'm from Associated Bank, and I am here today to talk to you a little bit about the 401k plan. He gave me 5 minutes, which is not a lot of time, but we're going to talk as quickly as we can about the important pieces. So the trainer in me can't not put an agenda on even a 5-minute presentation. So 401k plan overview, we're going to talk about accessing your account and future education because I can't talk about it all today. And I'll leave time for questions, but I don't know if we'll actually have time for questions. You'll at least have my contact information to ask me questions if you have them. So to start, let's talk about the 401k plan high level. If you are age 18 and you have been working with Innovative for at least 30 days, you are eligible to participate in the plan. You are eligible to put your own money into the plan. And once you become eligible, we automatically enroll you at 1% pre-tax. So you don't have to do anything. You're automatically starting with enrolled at 1% pre-tax as soon as you reach that 30 days, first day of the following month. Pre-tax and Roth contributions are allowed in the plan. We don't have enough time for me to talk about the differences between the two and which one you should do versus not do. But at the end, I'm going to share a link with you about where we have some videos in place on our website where you can learn a little bit more about pre-tax or Roth, or if videos aren't your thing, you can always reach out to me and I can help you too. You can change the amount that you contribute at any time on your online portal. So you go to retirement.associatedbank.com, and we're going to talk more about that in a minute here as well, to make changes to how much you want to contribute. As I mentioned, we automatically enroll you at 1% pre-tax, but as Michael mentioned, and as you see here on the screen, Innovative generally provides a 3% matching contribution to you. don't miss out on the free money. We automatically enroll you at 1%, but you can get up to 3% in a matching contribution. So make sure you get out there and you change your contribution to at least 3% to get that full matching contribution available to you. Now, there's a whole bunch of small words at the bottom of this screen, and there's just a couple of things I want to highlight on the matching side of things. The matching contribution is paid after the year ends. So you need to work at least 1,000 hours during the calendar year and be employed on the last day of the year to get that matching contribution. So let's take this year for an example. Let's say you work 1,000 hours during 2025 and you're still employed on 12/31/2025. You would get that matching contribution in the beginning part of 2026. It's usually like a February, March timeframe when that would come into you. Then you become fully vested, or you fully own that matching contribution once you work for Innovative for at least 3 years and you work at least 1,000 hours in each of those years. So just a couple things to know about that matching contribution, because I don't want you to think what's going on as time goes on. Now, 3%, I know, sometimes pay in these types of roles isn't always the greatest, but I want to show you what just small amounts can do with that matching contribution in play. So you can see here on our screen the power of compound growth. I have, assuming a $30,000 a year annual salary, a couple of other assumptions, but over a 30-year time frame, what does this look like if you save just 1%? And here's the 1% without any match. But as we've talked about, Innovative is willing to match you all the way to 3%. So if you save 3%, Innovative puts in 3% for you, even on a $30,000 salary. By the time you get to retirement, you could have over $200,000 saved. And within that time frame, you're only saving $36,000 over that 30-year period. It's a small amount over time, but there's this huge green investment gain, compound growth. It really starts to take effect as you start to build those balances. And small adjustments can make a huge difference. That match plays a huge role too. So try to do your best to start even at just 1% and get, at least that 1% match. But if you really can stretch yourself to that 3%, try to do that over time. I know a few of you are probably even in a spot where you would be eligible for what we call the retirement savers credit. This is a special credit that's available to you on your tax return at the end of the year. You don't have to do anything special with Innovative or with me to get this. This would be done when you file your taxes. And I know there's a lot of information here as well, but I think Heather and Amy both have access to this form that I sent you guys once upon a time. So either way, we'll make sure you guys have access to this after the fact. But this is the opportunity to get a tax credit at the end of the year for saving in retirement as well. So let's talk very quickly about accessing your account and future education. To get online, you can go to retirement.associatedbank.com and click this register to access your account button under the login. Follow the steps to get yourself set up. You'll have to input your social security number, your first and last name, your date of birth, and an email address. Make sure it's the email address that Innovative knows about, because that's the one they sent to us that we'll use to link you up. After you set up that login, you can also download our app on Associated Retirement Online. You're able then to use that login you created to sign in and look at your account online as well. So how do you change your contribution rate? Once you get into the website, it's manage contributions, your paycheck contributions. And this is what the screen looks like. You're able to pick either a percent or a dollar amount. I usually encourage a percent because then as your income increases, your savings rate increases for you as well. But do whatever you're comfortable with for your budgeting purposes and input this here and you can submit it right online. I know we talked very quickly, but I want you to know there are more resources available to you. We have associatedbank.com/RPS resources, retirement plan services, RPS resources. That is a website that's available to you to look at any point in time. There are some great videos there that talk about saving for retirement, that talk about the differences between pre-tax and Roth. Great information for you. Finally, if you need to reach out for any help or assistance, we do have a customer care team who has a bit extended hours outside of me. I will caution you, today is Juneteenth, so our customer care team is not open, and technically the bank is closed too. But if you reach out to them at any point in time tomorrow or even on Saturday, they could assist you with logging in. My assistant on the plan is Megan Dix. You can also reach out to the two of us. Megan's not in today. I am available, but I'd probably reach out to me via email because I'm going to be kind of in and out of my office here for a bit today. Please feel free to reach out though if you have questions. I want to help you. I want to get you on the right track. I appreciate all the work you guys do, and I want to do what I can to help you from the retirement side of things. Thank you for the time. Sorry, Michael, I think I went a little over my 5 minutes, but hopefully it was helpful. And I don't know if you want me to field questions, but I'm happy to help with any questions anyone might have. Please feel free to reach out.
Very helpful, Faith, and yeah, great information. Thanks for taking the time and suggesting this. We also in leadership said we just want to make sure people understand this and can access their benefits. I know that HR and others will support you all through this if you have questions later, but any questions right now for Faith? All right, well, no immediate questions, Faith. Thank you again for spending the time with us and sharing so much. We hope you have a great day.
You guys too. Bye.
So I think now's probably a good transition. First on our agenda was updates. I wanted to spend some time on the HR team and talking about how they are so dedicated to supporting all of your needs, and they exist to make life easier for our team. And that means, gosh, I don't know what to do with my benefits. Guess what? You can call us or they'll call you, kind of thing. I mean, our new focus is how can we be a maximum support system, and not just via email, but hey, we'll walk you through the pregnancy leave, we'll walk you through any other type of leave. So they truly are partners in this. Benefits. Now I think you know a lot better, all of you, who to call if you're injured, right? If you have an injury, we got cards out. So Amy, maybe you could speak a little to that, and then Heather, just what some of your focus is and what people could expect.
Sure. Thanks, Michael. Yes, I just reconfirmed that, our whole team, we recently had an HR team meeting, and we're really trying to reinforce that we're here to support our employees and to help you have the best employment experience you can have at Innovative Care Services. So if there's things that you don't understand on the benefit side, we've got Heather King who can support you with that. If you need support in terms of how things work within your programs, we've got Sean Kara on the license side. We've got Jamie Roy on the CCS side and the CSL side. We've got Jesse Tommy doing recruiting for license. We've got Mai Bao, who is our new recruiting person for CCS and CSL. And our mission is really to support all of you out in the field who have that frontline experience with our clients. Mm-hmm. So in some way, we're still trying to contribute to our clients, not as directly as you are, but by supporting you, I guess we're sort of supporting the clients also. So please feel like we are a resource and feel free to reach out to us.
And if you do call in to the office, probably Amy right here will say, oh yeah, what do you have a question about? And if it's benefits or various things, you'll be transferred to Heather. So Heather, any other thoughts?
I would just say I second with what Amy said. Our team is phenomenal. We are here to serve you. I love excellent customer service, and to me, you're my customer, and I want to serve you the best that I can. I think we're switching more from having somebody email in with a question to getting them directly to a person, picking up the phone, making calls, answering the phone. If someone's in the office, get them down to my office. Let's make this a very personable experience. And always open to suggestions, thoughts, concerns. Please reach out. We want to know.
Thank you. Awesome. Really good. Go ahead.
And Michael, just one more comment. I called out many of our team members, and I don't want to leave anyone out, but we've got Nicole Michael, who's really jumping into our workers' comp and trying to do some of the improvements with our injury reporting. So she's in the mix, doing a great job. We have a new receptionist in Green Bay, Amy Wendrick, who is very kind and helpful. And if you can't get a hold of one of us, I'm sure she'll get your information and make sure that someone gets back to you. So thank you very much for supporting our team, and please reach out.
Did she already mention you too, Tori, on the back end, entering everything, making sure things go well? Well, it's all about silent heroes here, and they probably won't talk with you, Tori, but you know you're making it happen for them, so, yeah. Excellent. Thank you all for that update. I know that HR is actively working to improve our benefits. We, if you recall, for the past, I think 3 or 4 out of 5 years, there has not been an increase to access innovative healthcare benefits, and that's because we absorb the cost, and they've gone up a lot. Still, people feel like we don't have the best benefit package possible, and that's what we've been fighting for. So it's about how many people take the benefits, who will insure us, and Amy and Heather are working with a number of groups to say, how do we improve our health benefits so our team members will take it? Even though it's more expensive for us, that's exactly what we want. We want to be a help so that you say, oh yeah, my benefits are covered. I don't have to worry about that sort of thing. We will have more information, when open enrollment comes, we'll kind of figure that out. So working really hard on that, and we'll do as we always do, making the best decision for clients and our team. Moving on, this is embarrassing because it's one of my favorite things. I did not select the Engage winners, and I didn't realize that till 10:45 when I sat down. So each quarter, we announce the winners of our Engage giveaway, where we give away money and time off based on who was nominated on the Engage platform through Paycor. My apologies. Didn't do it. Didn't have time to do it. Didn't want to do it wrong. I can make excuses. I've been busy with legislative stuff, but it's just an excuse. We will get that out tomorrow, and we'll post it on Engage, and we'll also have it in a follow-up email from here along with some rationale or, some of the nomination information. So sorry, everyone. It's probably the only reason people came is to hear the Engage winners. Darn it. So, really only one other update that I have on my list. We were very pleased to offer everyone company-wide a 4% increase this year. So in years past, I've been here 2 years, swinging the 3% was very difficult and detrimental. And, when you're talking so many people, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we're a nonprofit. We were pleased that things are going well this year financially, and we could make the extra 100,000 plus percent increase. And so our board voted on that and said, yes. I want you all to hear very clearly. We immediately said, what about 5? What about 6? What about 7? I mean, that's our mentality, is we want to get you all up, and we're a nonprofit, so we can't spend our money on anything else besides team members and benefits, right? And client experience. So the only reason we didn't go higher is we have to look at the rest of this year and next year, and how do we maintain this to have a balanced budget at the very least, kind of thing. So I can't get into too much more detail, but please know that even though you probably deserve more and we want to give you more, that's what we could afford this time. And we will always go the maximum amount that we can do responsibly. So I am very pleased about that. I guess please know at any point you can jump in with questions too. We don't have to wait till the end. So you could do the little hand raise thing, or if I see you unmute, you can ask a question. So I'll give a little time for that with all our updates before I get into some of the live your dream. Nothing right away. We'll keep moving along. Each time I like to bring up Live Your Dream. That's a program that we fundraised for and got, tens of thousands of dollars. We would like to send, our vision is to send each of our clients on their dream experience, or to have their dream come true. And that might mean meeting Elvis, which already happened. And it was actually Let Me Be Frank. And when Elvis changed costumes into Marilyn Monroe, Alan said, why is Elvis dressed as a woman? Which was kind of cute. He said, his hero. I was dressed as, yeah, he's really sweet. So we've sent people to Florida so far. We've got a lot of Packer games that we'll be sending people to. But, it could be things that they really want this kind of Xbox or PlayStation. They really want this or that for their family. I mean, and so my job is to tell you it's easier than you think. Please help spread the message. We will send out the form again. We just need people to say, I know this client and I know they would love something like this. If they submit that form, then we have a team that will follow up, that will help them develop it and get it paid for. And even if it's travel with team members, whatever that dream might look like, we want to make it happen. It's really special. And the people who have gotten their dreams granted were just thrilled. And so were we, frankly. We've also been doing a lot of life enrichment for our clients. So later today, I'm going to, for the second time, Smart Cow to get yogurt. And our clients come there. It's places they go all over the state. And it's really neat to see the clients help them get their toppings and all that. And that's repeated at coffee shops or different things throughout the state. So aside from that, which Andy helps coordinate, and Andy's on the call, we are also opening up funds for what we're calling extra enrichment. So if any of you have a need that would make clients' lives better, we have a form where you can submit the request, and ultimately administrators will approve it. But it could be something like we're going on a trip to the zoo and 2 of our 5 clients don't have funds to cover that. Great, we're going to cover that. We need a back patio porch set and we couldn't get it donated, even though Amy does a great job with that. Great, we'll cover it with these funds. So you just need to look out and say, what would enhance this client's life? Maybe they don't have funds for, maybe it's an activity we all could do and we want to go to wrestling on our own, to a baseball game. I mean, just kind of the sky's the limit because we're fighting to make our team's lives and our clients' lives as enjoyable as possible. And that's really what we're working towards. So we will send out that form. Andy or Amy, anything else? On that.
Just want to encourage all of our program managers to think about the needs for your programs and submit those requests. We have some dollars dedicated through the fundraising that we've done and the work that everybody did earlier this year. I really want to make that an option for people. I know that at Grateful for You, we saw a number of ideas come up during the feedback sessions that we kind of said, oh, this would be great for this extra enrichment program. So if you provided any of those types of requests during those feedback sessions, now you have the way to submit the really simple forms so that we can make those things happen.
Excellent, thank you. And Andy, I saw your note about the split screen. Yeah, that's how the owl does it. It's just one camera, and once one person talks, it kind of zeroes in on the room. So we have several of us in the room, but we'll keep moving. I don't have to be as big in the screen, which I like. It's good.
Just us.
Vision. Vision is our next part of the call. We are stable. People want to hear that. We are more than stable. We've been able to be profitable throughout the year. And several of us fought for and worked hard to get the minimum fee included, which it was temporarily. That's something that funds licensed program at a better rate. Because of that, we are positive. Because of that, we can offer a 4% increase. And those things are critically important. We have various systems projects in the works that have improved what we do. People can take kind of payday loans in Paycor and get money day of. It still charges you $5, but if people need access to those funds for hours worked, there's a new financial system coming here. We've turned on a lot of things within Paycor, including scheduling. So there are investments happening to make people's lives easier, to make systems flow better. So I'm very excited about that. I think our clients are thriving and I see them and I love seeing them in all of our programs. So I just want to share that the outlook is really good with our teams, with what we're doing for our clients. And that's what it boils down to, and that we are financially stable. There's a lot of noise and concern about possible federal changes, and we've looked into those quite a bit. As far as we can tell, it will not directly impact innovative care services or our clients. So I want you to hear that if things as proposed go through, that yes, there might be some surrounding services that are impacted, disability rights groups who may not be as well funded, but there aren't any direct impact to us. And so that should give you some consolation. While I'm on the topic of government, I've been working two jobs kind of on the legislative stuff. So that minimum fee that was passed now needs to be funded to a certain degree in the state budget in an ongoing way. And that's not a guarantee. I would tell you I'm 65, maybe 70% certain because of the 2 years of work we've done on this, that it will be fully or partially funded. And even if only partially funded through DHS, they're able to absorb that partial funding and still offer us our full program. I met with the DHS director, Bill Hanna, Tuesday and talked about that. We also met with multiple legislators. We've done that multiple times. Probably we will know the funding situation on the budget in the next 2 weeks based on what is passed. We're not totally sure if they have enough votes to just move that budget forward, or we'll need to negotiate more. And so I can't say we'll have a for sure answer in the next 2 weeks, but we'll certainly know kind of where we're at. And I would expect it will be good. Certainly, if it's not good, if it's not what we're looking for, you know you can count on us to do as much as we can for clients in the team as long as we can. I mean, that is where we've always lived and what we care about so much. So I think that's a good chunk of the legislative update. We've had a bunch of different people calling legislators. We've had our board calling legislators, and that's happened from, I would say, most every group that helps people with disabilities in the state. We've had kind of a coordinated campaign, and I think we've been the loudest because we know it matters most to people who don't really have a loud voice. And then further part of our vision, we're expanding services in the CSL and CCS areas. We're getting close to having all of our IRIS documents in place. So IRIS is a self-directed side of family care where they can choose services, and we've not really engaged with them that much, but we will now. And I think it will bring a lot of great clients our way. Mental health has expanded some of their offerings, as well as opening up CLTS, which we didn't do as much before, but now we can because the reimbursement is good. And that's neat. I mean, we just see a lot of potential growth there. We engaged St. Norbert College Center for Business and Economic Development to say, get us the data, get us the business insights to say, where should we expand? What should we do? They've done a comprehensive study of existing systems and information data sets, as well as we surveyed all our counties and MCOs to find out information. And that information will be worth its weight in gold, super valuable. They're getting close to providing that to us as to how we should make decisions and what's the best decision to help clients in underserved areas. So excited to see what comes of that. Yeah, that's the vision. I think we'll continue to grow. I think we'll receive the funding needed, and I think we'll just keep going on a lot of the most enjoyable stuff, which is making clients' lives better and trying to serve our team. With that, I'll be quiet because I always think I talk too much at these, and open it up for any question and answer, even if it's a difficult question, that is A-okay. Or an easy question or a thought.
I did get an email from Amy Rolfe. She wasn't able to unmute herself when you were mentioning about Live Your Dream, but she did just want to chime in that we have several dreams that we are in the process of evaluating and working on granting. Looking at a trip to Wisconsin Dells, possibly a trip to Legoland of some sort, some wrestling requests for the future, and a Brewers game. So working on those through that Live Your Dream committee. So lots of exciting things happening and can't wait to see and grant more dreams.
I agree. That's wonderful.
Mhm. I know, Michael, you just had interviews with two different TV stations, and you're on the news, so I don't know if you want to share that. It was wonderful.
Sure. Yeah, thank you. That's all related to the legislative work. We're doing anything and everything we can. And so that means going to the news media and saying, this is the impact of this funding. We absolutely need it. It's happening in other communities as well. So we were on Fox 11. We will be on WBAY. It's being picked up statewide, which is really neat to help tell. Sometimes legislators, it's a good way to say this, get a lot of information. So when it's on the news, they maybe listen a little more. And so that's where we're pulling that lever, and that's really good for our clients. Yeah. Just thinking about something I wanted to share with our. Oh, yeah. So recently, I co-chaired a meeting on home-based services for Disability Support Provider Network. That's our association that has many of the providers for disability care services. I got a good sense in that call that we're one of the larger providers, both in the number of homes we have. So we have 23 licensed homes, and there was one with 30 and one with 60 licensed homes. But we're one of the larger ones around the state. Certainly, I think fairly confident we're one of the largest or the largest provider of CSL services, and we do it really well. And then I'm so proud of our CCS mental health group. And there's just, unfortunately, a lot of demand, a lot of need, a lot of young people and older people on the edge. And we're doing really great work to address those needs. So we've got some great things going, and we are respected amongst our peers, certainly. And yeah.
Michael, just to let everybody know, we remain positive through May. I just finished the May financials and we are profitable.
Good. Yeah. So there were years in the past where it was not profitable and we were having trouble, and now we're continually, I mean, when we say profitable, it's slightly, but that's fine. And we'll take that. Our goal is to give away all our money to our team, to pay them and break even, and then be able to keep going for years to come. So again, I just want to reiterate our values and where we do all that. I again apologize about Engage and not having that ready. I can't believe I missed that, but we will get that out tomorrow, and that will be on the next payroll, so not tomorrow's payroll. And then I believe it is starting the first payroll in July. So that would be July 3rd, if I'm not mistaken, is when raises are live. Is that correct, everybody?
That's correct. Yes.
Very good. So you will see that difference. And again, we're pleased to do that. Before we wrap up early, any other questions or thoughts from the team? Well, thank you again, everyone, so much. Thanks for taking the time to join. Please know you can always email me or others after the fact to ask some questions or things you're wondering about. This has been recorded, so we will send it out, and we will send it along with an email that has the Associated Bank resources link, as well as some of the login and option information, the Live Your Dream and Extra Enrichment forms, and the results of the Engage winners. Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy summer. Bye-bye.